Before you start serving a customer of a morning, you always want to run fresh seasoned coffee shots through your machine to make sure you've got fresh coffee oils in the group heads and in the group handles. At the same time, you can be testing your grind setting to make sure that your shots are running the way you want them. There's no point testing that if your technique isn't consistent all the time. So we're going to go through an easy dosing and tamping technique to make sure you are consistent the whole time. Start by grabbing your group handle and always dry wipe it. Make sure it's clean and dry on the inside. Grind out only what you need to make this particular handle. I'll be using a double handle because I find it's the best to get consistency with my extractions. Pull the lever a whole bunch of times. It doesn't matter how many times you pull that. What matters is how much coffee you've got in the basket. Tap it down just lightly so you settle all the coffee into the basket. You've got no air pockets anywhere. And then just distribute it evenly so you know the whole basket is full all the way to the top and it's nice and level. Grab your tamper and hold it like it's a torch. And you just want to make sure your coffee cup is nice and level. And just use firm pressure to tamp. If you have any loose grind on the top that you want to just clean up, it's easy just to do a second tamp with light pressure but polish on the surface. Wipe the top, wipe the sides to clean it up, and then you're ready to brew. Using an electronic grinder is a really good way to ensure consistent doses, and it does help speed up the process. But as a barista, it's still really important to understand what the grinder is doing so you can modify it or adjust it if you need to. Grab your drip handle and dry wipe like always. Select the right dose for the basket that you have. Just collapse lightly on the cradle of the grinder to settle any air pockets in the basket. Distribute evenly if you think it's needed. Make sure the coffee is spread all the way around the basket. And then with your tamper, hold it like a torch, push down, nice and level, and give it a bit of a polish. If there's some loose grind on top that you want to get rid of, just give it a second tamp, give it a bit of a polish, and you can clean it up. If you're using the Mythos electronic grinder, again, it takes care of the dosing for you. You program it electronically. This can speed you up and give you consistent doses. But again, as a barista, you need to understand what you're looking for in that dose. So first, you grab your drip handle. Again, always clean and dry. Make sure you've selected the appropriate dose. So in this case, the double dose for the 2-cup drip handle. When you insert the handle, try to catch all the coffee grind. Now slide it out onto the cradle. Just tap it lightly to settle all the coffee in the basket. Distribute evenly if need be. And again, with your tamp, you can use the tamp attached to the grinder, or you can use your hand tamp. Just keep nice and level, firm pressure, a bit of a twist, and if you need to, give it a second polishing tamp again. Right at the top and the sides, and you should end up with the same looking result all the time. So now you're ready to brew. You always want to purge your group head for a couple of seconds before you insert your fresh coffee. When you insert, you want to activate the water immediately, otherwise it can burn. Typically a good shot of coffee, you're looking for about 25 to 30 mils in about 25 to 30 seconds. The shot should always start nice and dark with almost like a melted chocolate off the back of a spoon. That's the kind of consistency you're looking for. And it'll start as a nice dark brown, it will move into a yellowy colour towards the end of the shot. That yellow colour tells you that that coffee grind is spent of flavour and the shot should be stopping really soon. So, a good coffee shot should have really nice hazelnut caramel crema on top. It should be thick and flexible in the cup. And it should also sit there for a good minute before it even starts to disappear. If you're unhappy with your shot, run it again and really focus on your technique. Make sure you've dosed correctly, you've tamped correctly, and that you're happy with your extraction rate. If you're still unhappy with your shot, you may need to adjust your grind.